Hello, hello. I have to wear a raincoat. I got my winter jacket. I have a heated jacket, and of course a bunch of other things. And I went on a trail on that little bump or a hill or mountain here on the Bowen Island, and it's now hot. It's too hot for me. This is a trail around the lake. It's a decent sized lake, and to me it's nice. It's relaxing, and earlier I saw tiny birds, uh, colorful and very nice, beautiful, and they were like within maybe 2 meter away from my phone, and I thought, wow, they got used to people, and they were doing their own thing, and I was so amazed by the nature, and I was like, okay, I'm tearing up. I was so. Oh man, that was really good. It was really good, and now I'm walking through this forest. It's like uh, old. Not everything is old growth, but there are lots of old trees and clean trails, really clean trails. This is a kind of a park, a local park maintained by the local municipality. But the thing is, it's clean because the people keep it clean. Like the residents are a little bit of more of a select people. I saw two young like teenagers walking the dogs, and there was a woman, and I'm looking at the woman who also walking the dog, and she is one of those wealthy people, but not wealthy rich that I can recognize when the person is rich because of their greed or because they are I don't know, the type of wealth with mixed with wisdom that help them help others, so they they got their money by helping others. So that's the different type of rich. When you steal from others, I can recognize those faces when compared to willing to help others, like donate to other people, working for some cause, um, helping your community because you have, so you get some back as a byproduct. So those type of people, like, so this woman walking her dog, that was like that. So now I'll get into the video I was trying to record about the pilots. I don't know if I'm going to post this one, but it feels good. It's like rain stopped and just some breeze, and look at that, it's magic here. I don't know, it feels so special, and it's not far from Vancouver. In Vancouver, it's like people driving on the streets, honking, uh, shopping, and all this stupid, crazy um, mental attitude that people actually are searching for happiness, and they don't know what the heck they are doing, and they are all trying to find methods. And it's like if you open your mind for these answers, then you see, okay, neighbor doing drugs, neighbor drunk, guy beating his kids, uh, people watch porn, people who binge movies, uh, people go shopping just to dump something into their shopping cart. So I would say in any given day, at least half people are trying to find these fixes by wasting their money on useless stuff, trying to address their emotional pain, but actually they touch just the surface. It's like you take a painkiller, and the pain kind of stops for a bit, maybe it stops, but the body is still hurting. You just don't want to listen to it. So the brain is not listening to it anymore for 2-3 hours or maybe longer. But the body is not really healing all the time. So let's say you numb the pain, but you don't stop hurting your body. You know, you still do some your crappy stuff. Same thing with these people trying these quick fixes. Like I've been shopping for gadgets and toys, like guys' toys, trying to build projects, because I was hunting for ways to feel good. There is a sort of a feel people suffering of depression, and if you're a pilot and if you are watching this video, probably because you were searching for fixes, why you would search for other fixes than the traditional methods, because you don't want to lose your right to fly, your ability to grow in your career or to keep your job, and you don't want to see a psychiatrist, and you are hoping for a miracle answer. You don't want to do drugs, you don't want to get drunk, because you are smarter than that, and you are still searching. That's good for you, good for you. Never settle, never settle for something that's not for you. You think I'm going to give you an answer? I will give you some. Oh, but for now I lose track of my thoughts just because it's so relaxing here. So if you have that blanket of heavy stuff, heavy crap, but you don't know what the heck is that, you just have a weight. It's something you feel in your mind, but you can't explain it because you can't really point a finger, like localize. This is the boo boo is hurting here. I want to take the tooth out. It's not like that. You might want to take your head off, chop it off, put your head into a grinder and get rid of it. Yeah, sometimes. But it's a dull shit that you can't, like that, you can't really point where it is, where the heck, where that stuff is hurting or is fucking you up. It's like when I have some injury, some back injury, it's like it's not really coming from, sometimes it's coming from my back, between the two vertebrae, from a disc, and I know how to localize the pain. But other times, it's just a dull pain. And now, let's connect some dots. I don't know where my car is. I assume it's somewhere. But that's okay. I have my satellite messenger here. If you hear beep beep, it tells me that I either went too slow or I lost the satellite coverage. Yeah, when your body hurts, so you have some physical pain, you will have more depressive episodes, like your emotional pain is going to mess you up more often. So you need to, in order to find the root cause, you need to know what you deal with. So let me see whether, I think I parked my car on the left somewhere. Where's my car? I don't know. Do I need to know? I have no idea. Okay. Um, I'll take that trail around the lake. Maybe I'll find my car at some point. But it feels good. It feels good because part of the man attitude is like, let's see what it is: discovering, growing, staying excited. Grafton Lake. Uh, I'm here. So I think my car is here somewhere. Yeah, big over there. So just keep in mind, if you injure yourself, your body, then you could take some painkillers because it's expected that your depression will kick in. You will have more depressive thoughts. If it's too bad, it might lead to some suicidal thoughts, making you feel like life is not worth it. And you need to recognize them, like keep track of those thoughts. Have some sort of a thought management, because now you can kind of detect and expect. So if, let's say, if I lift something at work and my back is hurting, then I know for the next 2 days um, I expect some thoughts. So I might have to take a painkiller for my back pain, not for anything related to my emotions, but for my back pain. And of course I have to keep doing my exercises, my physiotherapy and stuff like that, so I can help my body recover. So I don't want to keep living on a pain medication to numb the body while I'm destroying my body, because then once I stop the pain medication, the depressive thoughts will kick back in, and that will be stupid. So again, have a management system of your body pain, and now you have like a map. When you fly your aircraft, you use a map. If you fly into a new territory, if you fly in the same mountain, same place, then you know there is a canyon. I need to watch out. I need to watch out for the weather. So when there is rain here, where there is some dew point, these values and stuff, I expect this outcome. Same thing when you have a map of your body pain. Uh, just kind of a side topic. Uh, if you fly a big box airplane, like a big bus with wings, I don't want to offend you saying that, but if you fly one of those, likely you fly with boundaries, like company rules, policies, fly by systems instead of flying using your, I don't know, aviator skill. You're not really an aviator. You're very skilled worker, right? You're a very skilled worker, and you keep your job as long as you follow what you were told to do. Now, if you are one of those and you deal with anxiety, panic attacks, lack of self-love, I'll give you some hints. You grew up into a very rigid and structured environment, and you were lacking of parental love, and that was your programming as a kid, that you need to work by the rules. So lots of kids go into the military, lots of kids I don't know, take a job into a corporate environment. Why? Because they think that's supposed to be, that's the way it's supposed to be, to follow someone else ruling. They were programmed that way as kids, and they don't understand what the fuck is going on. And they take these jobs because their parents programmed them this way, and also having a decent lifestyle makes those people believe that this is the way you build a life. You know, you go work for the big bosses or the big corporation. You follow the rules. You climb the ladder this way, that way, this way, different tricks and methods, and you make a decent salary when compared to people working for smaller companies, uh, maybe small businesses and stuff like that, where they have a limited income. So you always aim for the big stuff, big corporation as a worker, because maybe your parents were working in military, maybe your parents worked for a rail system, a railway system, uh, for the city, things like that. And you know that path. You remember when your mom got promoted as a teacher or as a principal. They worked for the union. They brought bonuses. They bought an RV. They took you around places once a year. So you know that programming, that lifestyle programming, and you think, you know, that's the only thing I know. And actually, the parents, the pushy parents, the helicopter parents, or maybe control freaks, they did not care to know you, to know what your soul needs. And they put you into this school, this college, you know, you follow my path because it's guaranteed, like, you know, it works. We have the map for you and you follow our maps. But I'm telling you, if your soul is not made to be a follower, you're going to suffer because you don't follow the design. The design, maybe you follow the genetics of your body, some of the genetics, not everything, but some of your genetics, because you are born by these parents, and they think that if you are made out of their copy cells, you must be like them, they think. But that's your body. So if your parents are fat and obese or something, yeah, you are going to be like them. Or if your parents had this need to go hiking, kayaking, something, they think that you are supposed to be like them. Yeah, probably you copy that behavior and you will do the same thing. But emotionally and spiritually, doesn't mean you are the same or like them. So you have different needs, but these parents were too busy to know you, to know your unique needs, to be real parents. They were like they care for you, they took care of you, they showed you some ways, but they did not help you to express your uniqueness. And because you did not express who you really are, you don't follow your design for your soul, you will suffer. So you have to find ways to express yourself. And now coming back to the pilots, in the search for a feeling good, or for some sort of a droplet for happiness, the pilots know that, you know, this is a feeling that I discovered. I'm talking about the pilots who discovered the flying by themselves, not being pushed by the parents. You go to this career and you will do well. No, they kind of kept searching. The way people start playing, the kids start playing with different games until they locked into something, or people start search for a new hobby or a new church until they find what's for them. And some people get stuck with flying, and they know once up in the air, it's a different feeling. Other people just go hiking on the mountain peaks, and when they got to the top, I found it. It's like it feels good. It's like achieving stuff. and it feels good, the views and stuff. Now you can use Google Earth, but it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. When you hike, it's different. And they will always explore. You will see people exploring mountain peaks around the world to add to their conquer list. Okay, someone is coming with two dogs, so I need to pause the recording. I just had a short exchange of few words with two hikers. They were walking their dogs. So everyone is finding ways to like find that happiness, the happy moments they all crave for. All humans want to be happy, including those who are going to kill others. They are searching for some emotions or expressing some emotions they don't really understand. And those who have no power, they let me turn this. Those who have no power on their own, they will allow someone else to lead them. Soldiers, killers, mafia, gang members. Those people use external tools and external people in order to express and find something that makes them feel good, including killing others. Makes them feel good. So that's the search of every soul, every human being. But they don't understand, and few can find it in love, but only few. So if you are still around here, let's talk about why people would invest into a personal aircraft. Oh, I see my car. Okay, that's good. It was a short trail. Why they would invest into a personal aircraft? Just for that feeling. People are very smart, especially pilots are very smart, and they calculate how much it costs them to own an aircraft per flight, or per month, or per year. Other people are spending all their earnings regardless on stuff that makes them feel good. Some people buy lots of drugs, people buy a big house, big boat. It does not matter for them. Some people go gambling once a week in order to find that happy moment, and it doesn't matter for them how much they spend. What is that? A house for what? For like it's a dog house, or what the heck is that? Maybe it's a tent. I don't understand what it is, but yeah. And that's powerful emotion they love makes people do stuff, and in search for it, many times they don't find it. They find a replacement. Generally the replacement is a dopamine or adrenaline that is a temporary relief of that emotional need, or it gives you a feeling. So when you get the adrenaline, let's say you go for a big hike and you jump off the cliff. You are one of those cliff jumpers, base jumpers it's called. Jump off a tower. You get the rush of adrenaline for 20 seconds, and it's that powerful that lasts you the whole day. And every time you think of it, you relive it, not with the same intensity, but you still relive that experience. And now you play back your videos from your GoPro, and it makes you feel good, and life is worth it. Life is worth it. And after a while those memories fade away, and you want to do something else because it's part of your need to grow. Let me put my jacket in the car and I'm coming back. I almost did something silly. Let me lock my car. I don't really need to lock my car, but um, I had my car key, my only car key I have for this car. I had it on an open pocket, like the zipper was open, and I carried my the other jacket, my winter jacket, on my elbow here, like that. And I'm not home. I'm on Bowen Island and losing this unique key and not having someone to make a copy for me would be very silly. I can't find someone who can copy the chip inside this car, and without that one I cannot start the engine. That would be silly to be stuck to have this car to get it towed from the Vancouver from the Bowen Island back to through ferry to Vancouver. That would be like $1,500 at least. So I'm going for a short hike here, and then I'm heading back to the car, and I'll head towards some place with ocean view. Then I go back to line up in for the ferry ride back to Vancouver. Yeah. So people would buy an aircraft just to feel that freedom, because when you have a smaller aircraft, you are outside the boundaries set by the world and set by your company rules and policies. So let's connect it. If you were raised by a very strict parents, or maybe you grew up in a structured environment, family environment, it's not your fault. You were programmed to think certain way. But if your soul felt like there is a lack of freedom, even you thought, yeah, it's okay, I'm going through the system, I go to the military school, or I become a fighter pilot, like a jet fighter pilot, because it gives me some feeling of being cool. I can show my abilities. No, those are special people. But still, they deal with a very structured environment. Even they seek inside, they seek the freedom, and they have some freedom, especially jet pilots or people fly a certain type of aircraft. They have some freedom. But if you look at the soul of the person, or if you analyze the soul of the person, when they go back to their work environment and follow the rules and feel locked in a box following the system, they feel like, you know what, yeah, it's cool, I can fly this thing, but still I'm following I have these boundaries. I'm in the box, and that's a lot of pressure for the mind, for the emotions. They cannot really express, they cannot punch the bosses in the face, they cannot swear at the boss, they cannot do stuff. And some of those, or even corporate leaders, they are not the top leader who can do whatever, but they work in a position. Let's say you're some sort of a project manager, you're some sort of a one of the top leaders, top managers, but still you have to report to someone who, if you don't follow their rules, you lose all your abilities, all your cool stuff that you gained over years, or you worked hard 20 years to reach this position in a company, and you don't want to lose those, because one little mistake, one little let's say you make a comment on LinkedIn, something that you don't really like, or you make a comment on your social media because you feel that emotion, you know what, I want to express it, I want to say it. No, you are being monitored, you feel you are under the microscope, and it's not good for your soul, unless your soul is meant for that. Not everyone is But like I said, certain people can be recognized. Like I said, uh, jet fighter pilots. Okay, I know two. I don't know them personally. I spoke to one. Okay, battery is low on this phone. Sometimes they go fly their own aircraft. They have one have say, some sort of a diamond or something. Yeah, so they do that in order to cope with their uh, emotional needs. And now they find the freedom. They have, let's say, 2 hours once a month, and for them is worth it. They make enough money at their corporate place, so they can use some of that money to feel good. Is that a good fix? I don't know. It's like using a different peel. And why these people are lacking, are dealing with this type of emotional blanket and stuff. People who cannot really go to therapists because they don't want that one into their record, into their medical record, especially when someone is sneaking into, is peeking into their medical history, maybe during an investigation or different reason. No, they don't want to lose the ability to fly because they know flying it provides, and also flying helps them dealing with those. So the doctors have this stupid quick fix, the psychiatrists who are following a system. So these pilots don't really want to get fixes from another blind, so they are searching for fixes, and they're like a blind seeking help from someone else, and they go to another blind who is also trained to stick with boundaries set by a system. You know, like you give these people some quick fixes, some pills for them, but using pills, it's against the logic, because being on pills for or on medication for anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and all those things actually prevents these people to fly. And not flying is not only giving them more anxiety and depression, but they lose the ability to make a living and do something that gives them some relief. Some people. Now, if flying a big aircraft is, like I said, flying within some boundaries, so you don't get that the same type of relief or feel like when you fly a bush plane. But still, it helps providing a decent income, which buys some happiness, some temporary happiness. So they still don't address the root cause, which is the lack of love. So it seems that this is a gravel road that leads somewhere, and yeah, I'll let you go. The answer is you need to relearn the emotional language of love, the stuff that you were not taught by your parents or your grandparents. And that's the topic I'm going to discuss in a different video, which is I did discuss. Maybe I'll post a video somewhere else, but that's a general answer. It's not specific to the pilots, but for the pilots I just mentioned a couple of reasons connecting to what's going on and why people avoid talking about this topic because of the fear of losing their job. So let you go. Try to find love. Try to rebuild the image of love around you, and don't think that if you are a guy, love is only for the woman. That's wrong. It's a stupid programming done to boys to make them tough and resilient, because the boys are taught they are the providers, and in the old days, the old world, of survival type. The boys are supposed to be tough, go to war or go hunting, and you cannot be weak in that environment. So they kept carrying on this behavior, but in our modern world, if you work in an office, if you work as a pilot in this case, you have emotions. Everyone has emotions, including the warriors.